Urgent Raiders fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Raiders make massive trade-up to land potential superstar in latest mock draft. The Las Vegas Raiders are a team on the rise after trading and extending quarterback Geno Smith and adding some solid pieces in free agency. The Bahia team is just a few perimeter players on both sides of the ball away from being a dangerous playoff team. One way the team could fill two needs with one is by trading up and selecting top two-way prospect and Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. Hunter would fill two needs for the team with his potential to play both wide receiver and cornerback. That is exactly what the team does in a mock draft from Rhett Lewis of NFL.com. He has the team trading up from 6th overall to 2nd overall with the Cleveland Browns to take Hunter. I've never made a mock trade before this one, but we've never seen a player like Hunter, who registers as the draft's top prospect at both receiver and cornerback. It just so happens that those two positions are two of the Raiders' biggest needs, so they aggressively move up to secure a 2-for-1 with this pick, Lewis said on the pick. The Browns then select Ashton Jeanty, the top running back prospect and Heisman runner-up, with the 6th pick. If the Browns were to trade down, selecting quarterback Shedeur Sanders seems like it would make the most sense, but they don't do that in this mock. Sanders instead falls to the Saints at 9th overall, which seems to be the top landing spot for Sanders currently. This trade would be a fascinating storyline, as just with the Heisman Trophy race and last year's college football season, Travis Hunter and Ashton Jeanty would be intertwined with each other. Both teams are also in the AFC, so the two teams would certainly face each other at some point in the near future. From the Raiders' perspective, this move would be a home run, as two of the team's biggest needs as of now are at wide receiver and cornerback. Hunter may not quite be the explicit answer to both, but he would certainly help. The Browns have plenty of needs, with one being at running back, so drafting Jeanty would make sense. But the Browns' face may be a bit upset the team is selecting a running back before drastically improving the rest of their broken roster. While it is unlikely this kind of draft night trade will happen, it would make things vastly more interesting for the rest of the first round. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Raider Nation news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. The Las Vegas Raiders aren't done reshaping their roster ahead of the 2025 NFL Draft, and offensive help seems imminent. According to Vic Tafur of The Athletic, the Raiders will add a receiver soon, as the report suggests Las Vegas will address that key need within the next 2 weeks. Fortunately, the free agent wide receiver pool hasn't completely dried up yet. The Raiders have already received a familiar face who could add depth to their passing attack. Top free agent wide receiver options that fit the Raiders' needs. Keenan Allen will turn 33 after the final day of the 2025 NFL Draft, but he still has plenty of juice left in his career. Last season, he led the Chicago Bears in touchdown receptions, 7, while catching 70 passes for 744 yards. With Trey Tucker playing mostly on the defensive end the past 2 seasons, Allen could carve out a role in 3 wide receiver groups, primarily in the slot. He also has a connection to wide receivers coach Chris Beatty, who held the same position with the Los Angeles Chargers from 2021-23 and with the Bears last season. Raiders trade up, land best player. In latest mock draft, throughout most of the pre-draft process, the Raiders have been given Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty in mock drafts, while landing Jeanty would be a home run selection for Las Vegas. Getting someone like Colorado cornerback wide receiver Travis Hunter would be a great way to kick off Pete Carroll's first draft as the Raiders' new head coach. That's how it plays out in NFL media's Rhett Lewis' latest projections, as Las Vegas moves up 4 spots from the number 6 to the number 2 overall pick, held by the Browns, and selects Hunter. I've never made a mock trade before this one, but we've never seen a player like Hunter who registers as the draft's top prospect at both receiver and cornerback. It just so happens that those two positions are two of the Raiders' biggest needs, so they aggressively move up to secure a 2-for-1 with this pick, Lewis wrote. Like Lewis mentions, the Raiders have glaring needs at wide receiver and cornerback. Jakobi Meyers headlines the wideout room, but the rest of the group has minimal production. At corner, nickel, which is a very important position in Carroll's system, must be figured out. There are still discussions surrounding where the two-way player will play at the next level. Hunter would give Las Vegas an every-down corner while being able to play offensive snaps in crucial situations. Las Vegas Raiders host first-team All-American linebacker. The Las Vegas Raiders still need to address the linebacker position in free agency, having lost Robert Spillane to the New England Patriots and Divine Diablo to the Atlanta Falcons and failing to sign Christian Ellis. They brought in Elandon Roberts and Devin White for short-term stability, but not for the long haul. Since their depth is weak and lacks a long-term starter, the Raiders could select a linebacker in the upcoming draft. Las Vegas Raiders hosting first-team All-American linebacker. According to Toshin Reed, the Raiders are hosting former UCLA Bruins elite linebacker Carson Schwesinger for a top 30 visit on Wednesday. Schwesinger is a talented prospect because he can rush the passer, defend against the run, and excel in coverage. He is one of the top linebackers, and many analysts have mocked him as a top 50 pick. He broke out in 2024 after serving as a reserve linebacker in his first 3 seasons. Carson Schwesinger took over as a full-time starter in 2024. Schwesinger made the most of the opportunity and was named first-team All-American and first-team All-Big Ten. He recorded 136 tackles, 9 TFLs, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble in 12 games. He also posted 18 pressures, 50 stops, and allowed 301 passing yards per PFF. Here's Lance Zierlein's scouting report on Carson Schwesinger. Schwesinger went from walk-on to All-American at UCLA, has a human bloodhound, pairing elite instincts with an understanding of blocking schemes and run tracks. The pursuit speed is average, but his play recognition helps him play fast. Has undersized and takes the worst of it when blockers get on top of him, but he's a good athlete in coverage. Has also a sound technician as an open field tackler and bona fide standout on special teams. Schwesinger was a starter for only 1 season, but his instincts, athleticism, and competitiveness help him project as a future starter either inside or as a 43-will linebacker. Zierlein predicts that Schwesinger will eventually become a plus starter in the NFL. And now, Raiders fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Raiders. He'll be back any moment with more Raider Nation news.